Greetings, family. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. You might want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now because you're going to want to be a part of this family. Okay, today we are making pineapple pound cake. Let's get into it. So I started off with creaming 3 sticks of butter and 3 cups of sugar. You want to cream that until it's a light and fluffy consistency. Be patient, it's gonna come together. After a while, it should look nice and fluffy. But during this process, you want to make sure that you're continually scraping the sides of your bowl so that all the ingredients will mix well. All right, it should look silky smooth like that. Then I just added my extract. I added lemon extract. If you can find pineapple, that'll be great. And I also use some vanilla extract, and we're just gonna blend that in. Next, I'm going in with my flour. Okay, you want to alternate in between your flour and your milk. Do this until it's all mixed in. It may look a little wonky at first, but just trust the process. It'll start to look more and more like cake batter. Again, I'm just scraping the sides of the bowl to make sure that all of my ingredients is incorporated very well. Next, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder and give that a mix. Then I'm going to add 5 eggs. You want to add them in one at a time. And so here's our batter. It should be very thick and fluffy. Now let's add in some crushed pineapples, okay? Don't skip this step. It's gonna make it top tier. So you just fold those into the cake batter and save the juice from the can of your crushed pineapples because we're gonna use that later for our icing. So now I'm just buttering down my bundt cake pan. Please do this step so that your cake won't stick. I also added in some flour, and now I'm adding in the actual cake mix. Then you want to give it a few little taps just to make sure there's no air bubbles, and we put that in the oven on 350. Mine's cooked for about an hour. So I have moved on to our cream that's going to go on top of the cake. I started off with a half a pack of cream cheese, and then I added in 2 cups of powdered sugar. After I added in the sugar, I'm going to start adding in that juice that we saved from our crushed pineapples. Again, it will look kind of wonky at first, but make sure you scrape the sides of the bowls and just trust the process. I'm telling you, if you follow this step by step, it's gonna come together. So as you can see, the consistency is becoming more creamy, and the consistency of your icing should make a nice ribbon like so. Now we took our cake out of the oven. I know it looks a little burnt, y'all. Don't be too hard on me, but trust me, it's perfect. Trust the process. So I did bake that for about an hour in the oven on 350. It may take a little longer. Just stick a toothpick or a fork in it, and if it comes out clean, you'll know it's ready. After the cake had cooled down, I carefully flipped it over and removed it from the cake pan, and you can see this cake is pounding. Okay, I poured my icing into a cup and I began to slowly pour it over top of the pound cake. If you have a better tool that will work for spreading the icing on top, use whatever you have available. I felt like the cut would be very convenient, and it was. So I simply continued to pour it all around the cake until I got it to my likings. You could eat this with no icing, or you could do it with light icing, but I wanted my cake completely covered. So I used my spatula just to make sure that the icing was everywhere. Okay, and y'all, the outcome was amazing. Look how mouth-watering it looks. Okay, and we're not gonna even just talk about the taste. We ain't even get into that. Everybody love this cake. I mean, they kept going back for more. If you make this, it's gonna be a family favorite. Okay, they're gonna ask you to make this over and over. It was very moist, not too sweet, and just the right amount of pineapples. I'm about to go get me a piece right now, y'all. Okay, so I'm just cutting a slice out so you guys can see the inside of the cake. Oh my goodness, look at this. This was a very delicate and just moist cake. Look at the detail. The icing, I mean, everything about this cake was just top tier. Okay, pineapple pound cake. Get your grocery list. Go to the store, get what you need, and make this cake. I know it will pair great with some ice cream. Pineapple pound cake. But don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss what's next. Peace be.